Well, hi everybody. Good morning to meteorologist Travis Klineski here on this Thursday morning where we've got partly to mostly cloudy skies across much of the area. And while colder today, better than what's coming in the days ahead. Let's take a look at our future cast here that shows the clouds clearing a little bit from west to east as the day goes on. Meanwhile, a cold front building southward. That is the beginning of the Arctic air that's going to spill southward tonight and settle in through the entire weekend and into at least through Saturday or Sunday night here into Monday morning before things start to get a little bit better. So that cold front pushes south. Winds will actually be pretty blustery tonight too, and that's the other issue is while the temperatures are plunging, the wind chills are going to be dangerously cold overnight tonight. Clouds filling in and a little bit of light snow possible with the best chances. I'll even back this up to about midnight here. First snow developing around the panhandle and then the Sandhills, say Highway 2 corridor, Interstate 80 to Highway 2. We may pick up, a half inch, an inch of snow through early tomorrow morning. The winds, back this up just a bit here. So the winds are out of the northeast here, north and northeast, and they're kind of breezy out there too. Winds of 10 to 20, gusts 25, not brutal winds, but when you have temperatures that are below zero, it is gonna feel rough out there tomorrow morning. Maybe some of the coldest wind chills of this entire stretch of cold weather ahead will come tomorrow morning. The snow chances begin to pick up, starting out west and then developing and pushing eastward with time. Winds will lighten up a little bit later on today. So thankfully, as the snow is becoming a little more prominent, the winds are a little less prominent. So because it's going to be a very light, fluffy snow. With all the cold weather, there's not a lot of moisture content. So it's not a heavy, wet snow. It's not a slushy snow. It's going to be a very light, fluffy snow. So thankfully, the winds dying down will help. It's not going to blow it around too much. But the majority of the snow will start to really get going in the afternoon. I'll back it up here. So here's noon Friday, and it really gets going as we head into Friday afternoon, Friday night. And notice there's not big coverage of the snow. It's not a major snow event, but it's not going to take a lot of snow with the light moisture content, the cold temperatures. The liquid to snow ratio is very high, which means it doesn't take a lot of moisture to add up an inch or 2 or 3 inches of snowfall. This will continue Friday night to Saturday morning. Notice the higher amounts to our south. It's a little more prevalent in those locations there. And then this will start to move on out of here as we head through the day on Saturday. Winds are pretty light at this point here. It is just plain old cold though, Saturday morning. So snowfall totals with this entire event here. Again, don't look at this as gospel. These numbers aren't an exact science. As everybody knows, the weatherman gets it wrong because it's impossible to get exactly right. It is. But commonly, I think 1 to 3 inches will be a pretty common number across our area between tomorrow morning and Saturday afternoon. The highest total is just a little bit enhanced in here because of what could come tomorrow morning. And that I mentioned that Sandhills to Panhandle kind of Highway 2 area here. And then certainly to our south, this is going to be a bigger deal. So maybe as much as 4 or 5 inches of snowfall in our northern Kansas communities. Maybe far southern Nebraska, but again, most of us 1 to 3, lower amounts to the south. But I mean, compared to what's coming for us, look at that to our south, a much bigger deal, snow. And then of course they're going to deal with ice on the slightly warmer side of things where it won't be as cold. Ice is going to be a big deal right in here, Dallas, Texas, to Birmingham, to Atlanta, as we head into this weekend here. These areas here, it's going to be rough. So it's already been talked about a lot on the national side of things, the Today Show. Just kind of briefly wanted to mention it here. But again, our area 1 to 3 pretty common, maybe a little bit higher as you get into the Kansas and far southeast Nebraska side of things here. Temperatures today. It's not warm, but it's as good as it's going to be till Monday. High temperatures today in the 20s up north, 30s to near 40 farther south. A quick look around the area. We won't take too much time here due to time constraints here, but I just wanted to kind of show you what we can expect here. And again, high temperatures in the 20s up north, some lower 30s closer to Highway 92. Farther to the south, we're talking mid to upper 30s, near 40 along the Nebraska and Kansas border. Southeast areas, again, near 40 along the Nebraska-Kansas border, closer to the mid-30s on I-80, low 30s, Highway 92. North of that, north of the Platte River, low 30s, and then 20. So again, colder the farther north you go. Low temperatures tonight. This is when the cold air really fills in. This isn't even factoring in the winds, the wind chills out there. We'll talk about that in a bit. Lows tonight, actual air temperatures barely above zero in southern and southwestern areas. And then the rest of us, sub-zero readings, teens below zero. 10 to 15 below up here to the north and to the northeast. And it will struggle to warm tomorrow. High temperatures as good as the single digits, maybe not even that, maybe still below zero up north. Tomorrow night, back below zero. Single digits below zero for most of us. Wind chill's still colder than that, even if there's not much wind. Winds are probably only going to be around 5 miles per hour, most of us. So that's the good news, is there's not too much wind, but it's just going to be plain old cold. Saturday afternoon, slightly better. Still way below average, though. Another very cold night, Saturday night, Sunday morning, back below zero for most of us. And Sunday afternoon, single digits up north, teens. Maybe some 20s out west, but there's actually another little shot of colder air up here to the north that we're going to feel late Sunday into Sunday night that will hit us, and that's going to keep those wind chills really cold Sunday night into Monday morning here. So for tonight, starting at midnight, continuing until tomorrow morning, a extreme cold warning in place in northern Nebraska. These areas could see wind chills 25, 30 below, maybe 35 below in far northeast Nebraska. The rest of us, cold weather advisories tonight and tomorrow morning. And in fact, the Goodland National Weather Service right in here, and then the Hastings National Weather Service here have already actually put these out until Sunday afternoon, Sunday morning, basically. So in my opinion, I think they're kind of right with let's just push this thing out. We're going to see bitterly colder wind chills, especially at night, for several days to come. This is coming tonight right here through tomorrow morning. So tomorrow morning, wind chills 10, 20, 30 below zero, maybe the coldest up around 32 or so below in northeast Nebraska. Friday doesn't get a whole lot better during the daytime. Friday night and Saturday morning. Now, again, it's going to be cold. Thankfully, with the lighter winds, the wind chill's not brutal for most of us, but the actual temperature is just cold enough anyway. But just even a little lick of wind is going to bring that wind chill down. Still maybe close to 20 below. Saturday during the day and into Saturday night they drop back down again. And then watch Sunday morning here, and then during the day Sunday. Not big improvements. Sunday night into Monday morning there, these could be back down 10, 20, 30 below again. I think we get another shot of colder air coming out of the weekend. Once we get beyond that, it's going to get better pretty quickly Monday afternoon. But we're going to keep this cold weather going. So we've gone with a weather alert day across the entire area, basically from 10 p.m. tonight through noon on Monday is what we're looking at right now for the cold weather, the dangerously cold wind chills on the way. We've also got the snow. We've already talked about that. The bulk of the snow for the Tri-Cities will fall late afternoon and Friday night. But anywhere between early tomorrow morning and Saturday afternoon snow chances, it's just the bulk of it will be right in this time frame here, Friday afternoon, Friday night. Cold weather, very cold nights ahead. It gets a little bit better on Monday, but it's not exactly going to get warm. We're probably still going to be mostly below average through most of next week and really for the end of the month of January. Nothing really warm anytime soon, unfortunately. Looking at North Platte, kind of the same thing here, just a lot of cold to come. Bitterly cold air, especially at night with those sub-zero temperatures. Your best chance of snow is going to come Friday afternoon. Maybe still a little bit Friday evening, but your best chance Friday afternoon right in here. But anytime between late tonight through about Saturday morning, a chance of snow. But I think it's this middle point right in here where most of your snow will fall. And again, maybe an inch or two of snow, not out of the question. Temperatures do try to rise a little bit here next week, but not exactly warm for this time of the year. And we'll probably spend most of our day still below average. Another shot of some cooler air towards the end of next week around Thursday and Friday here. So could get colder once again. In fact, so not a lot of active weather once we get beyond the snow Friday, Saturday. So there's our snow coming Friday, spreading across the area Friday afternoon into Friday night, and then moving out of here Saturday during the day. So the last of it clearing out Saturday evening in the far southeast. Once we get past that, there's not a lot of snow down the road here. Maybe a little bit late next week, but that's pretty far out right now. So I'm not going to get into too many details of that. That could bring actually snow. So this right here could potentially bring snow down to far southern parts of the United States. We're talking about South Texas and the Gulf Coast region. Could get in on some snow with this one here. This could be another big push of Arctic air for those areas there. GFS. Let's get you to tomorrow morning. Here comes the developing snow late tonight, tomorrow morning, and then spreading across the area Friday afternoon into Friday night before clearing out during the day on Saturday. Big deal off to our south. After that, not a lot down the road. We'll see if something maybe comes as we get to later next week. So it's kind of what you can expect there. All right, with that, I do need to get going, so I want to thank you all for watching on this Thursday morning. I'll be back with you on Friday. Bundle up out there because this time tomorrow, it's going to be a whole lot colder out there. Take care, and God bless. Bye.